Hi everyone, it's Mike here again from Guitar Prep School, and in today's lesson we're going to learn how to play the E minor chord. It's by far the easiest chord that beginners will learn, the first chord that usually beginners learn, because it's so easy. It only consists of 2 fingers, alright, and it's one of the most common first chords that people learn. And don't forget to check out the chord library. There's a link below the video where you'll find other chords that I'm adding a new video to the library every fortnight. So over a period of time, it'll grow to be quite an extensive library of chords for you. So let's jump in and play the E minor chord. So we're going to be using our first and second fingers, and we're going to place our first finger on the 5th string of the 2nd fret, and we're going to place our second finger on the 4th string of the 2nd fret, and that's it. That's all your finger placement for that chord. Okay. Now the thing to be careful of is that your 3rd finger here, you're using the tips of your fingers, but your 3rd finger, try not to be touching the 3rd string with the underside of your finger here. Alright, so you need to make sure that you're only touching the 2 strings that you're pressing down on, because all the other strings are going to be needed to be played open, and they need to sound clear. Alright, so you've got your 2 fingers pressed there, and we're going to play all the strings. Okay, and that's your E minor chord. Now, you might find occasions where you might like to play the E minor chord with your 2nd and 3rd fingers instead. Alright, exactly the same. Make sure your 3rd finger doesn't touch the 3rd string, alright, because they all need to sound open. But you can play it with those 2 fingers as well, because depending on which chord you want to move on to next, sometimes it's easier to keep your first finger free for ease of getting to, say, maybe the C chord you might want to go to after the E minor. Alright, so you could go using those 2 fingers straight to the C. So you've got a little bit of a less wrist movement there. Alright, so you can either play it with your first 2 fingers or your second 2 fingers. The choice is yours, whichever you find easiest. Alright, so don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you again next time with the next chord. Cheers.